Touche, it's Gabby back again. I just got a box of pennies from my friend in West Virginia. I hope it's a good one. I didn't see any Wheaties Enders, but I see copper. Well, this is what I was hoping to see. It's my second roll, and I get my first Wheatie. 1944 Philly. I enjoy finding these wheat pennies, no doubt. When I come across these rolls, I always think these are the special rolls that they ought to put really good stuff in, but they don't. This is the beginning of the 8th roll, and here's a Canadian. I have not gotten another Wheatie yet, still just at the one, but I will say so far every roll at least has had the 9 I need or more to produce the 3 pounds of copper, so that part is good. This is a 1981. Here's an 82. So I've had a few people asking, what's the exit strategy if you need cash or for whatever comes up and you need to stop hoarding and you just want to cash out? What my suggestions, the first thing I would say is eBay. Get on there, see what other people are doing. Obviously, if there's just been a price surge in the last day or so, the prices on eBay will be from the price before the surge, and so you can probably mark it up a little bit to reflect the surge. You're still not going to get, if you take silver bars to a dealer, you're going to get, in almost all cases, just under spot. And then if you buy it, you pay over spot. So you're going to expect the same thing. You're going to get a little bit under spot, but you'll still get more than face value. And the more the copper goes up, the more you're going to get over face value. That'd be my first suggestion. See what other people have done and duplicate what they've done. My next suggestion would be Facebook Marketplace, but be careful because they are a little funny about selling currency. You may want to just get a generic picture of some copper or, just copper bars, and just put copper for sale. Or you might want to even put 95% copper for sale, kind of as to catch people's eye. And then in the description, say you've got so many pounds of 95% copper, please contact me for more details. And then you can let the people know that you're talking about U.S. pennies, copper pennies. And there's people out there, I've had several people say they've got buyers that they sell there sometimes. And so they're out there. And again, I would try to offer it just under spot. This is the 16th roll, and I still only have the 1 wheat penny so far in this box. Here is the second Canadian, 1965 this one is. The copper has been good, but we're not finding much other stuff. So I've had some examples here of some sales of copper on eBay and also on Facebook. I was surprised this one on Facebook was right there on Marketplace. I've tried to sell some coins in the past and they shut me down saying you can't sell like that, but they did. So and these examples are earning about 2 cents per penny. But as the price is going up for copper, you're going to start seeing that price on eBay and on Marketplace going up. And that is an exit strategy. Another thing that I think you could try is if you get on Facebook, the neighborhoods. There's lots of neighborhoods. So try the neighborhood in your area and just get on there and see if there's people interested in buying your bulk copper. You may find steady person to buy from you. This is the end of the next roll, and here is my third Canadian, 1975. I did notice on eBay that the Canadian copper pennies sell for considerably more. I suppose since they've been out of circulation for a long time, they're harder to come by, but there was a noticeable difference in price on those. This is the 20th roll and the fourth Canadian copper penny, 1964. Still just the one wheat. I think the copper's good, so that's good. I don't know if I've told this before, but I have a confession to make. Like 18 or so years ago, I was living in North Carolina. The company that I had gone to work for that moved me down there, they were paying me good, but I was only there for a little while, and they abruptly went out of business. They were just gone. Left me pretty high and dry. And so I was, there's a Canadian that's not copper. And so I was just trying to do anything I could to make ends meet, and we weren't doing very good. It was the biggest house payment. I bought a pretty nice house because the job paid real well. And look at that. There's Wheatie number 2. Well, that's nice. I need to tell more stories. Maybe I'll find more wheat pennies. 57D, wheat penny number 2. So anyway, I had in the place I lived before that, up in northern Indiana, I had been making a living at one point doing storage auctions. But then when the Storage Wars show came on, everybody thought they was going to get rich, and they put me out of business. I just couldn't make ends meet. And that's an 82. So I thought, well, I'm going to take a few bucks and go to some auctions. And I was making a little bit of money, but it just always seemed to be a little bit short. But anyway, in one of the auctions, I got literally thousands and thousands of wheat pennies. And look at that, another Canadian. Well, that's nice. 1968. Neat. And I was just not even going through them at all. And that way I was telling people I was just selling them unsearched. I don't know how many people tell the truth on that, but I did. I would bag them up and weigh them, and sell them. And I did real well. I made a nice little chunk of money on them, that's for sure. But it was sad that I had to sell them all. There's another wheat penny. Golly, what a good roll. 1951D. That's Wheatie number 3. Marshall Tucker is one of my favorite bands of all time. And they had a song called Fire on the Mountain. It's about gold prospecting. And it said they were selling everything they found just to stay alive. And that was me. Everything I could get my hands on, I could sell and make a buck. That's what I was doing. Well, there's still a couple of rolls left in the first half. And here's wheat penny number 4. A 1946F. I wish it was a 48S. Did I say 46F? I mean 46S. The 48 is one that I need in my book, practically to finish my book. But it's still cool to get one. 46S. Wheatie number 4. Maybe I'll squeak out 10 after all. My brother just left a little while ago. He came over and had dinner with us, and we were watching a show. And something made us think of an old movie with Robin Williams called Survivor. It was a pretty silly movie, but there's one scene that was hilarious. Robin Williams is out in the woods having a shootout with Jerry Reed. Jerry Reed is the bad guy. And they're sitting there shooting, and then, I don't remember every word, but all of a sudden, Robin Williams yells out, "Hey, time out, okay?" The guy's like, "What?" He goes, "I brought the wrong bullets." Jerry Reed's like, You want me to wait here and make snowballs while you go back and get the right bullets to shoot at me? He goes, do you mind? This is the first roll in the second half, and I'm still at 4 wheats. This is 6 Canadian copper pennies, 1964. I read this book quite a few years ago. I don't know the name of it. I don't remember. But this young man wanted to learn how to become a millionaire, and I don't remember all the. He asked this person, said, "Who would I talk to if I wanted to become a millionaire?" And the person he talked to said, "I know who you need to talk to," and he gives him this person, tells him how to get in touch with him, and he goes to see him. He finds him out back in his rose garden, and he's just calmly pruning and doing whatever you do in a rose garden. And he tells him that he would like to. I'm going to weigh that one. Did you hear that? Zinc. He tells him that he'd like to know what it takes to become a millionaire. Let me get another roll out. So this older guy, he's talking to this young fella who wants to be a millionaire. He says, okay. He says, the first lesson that I teach you, he says, always buy butter, never buy margarine. And the young man's like, what? He said, butter is real food, and margarine is fake food. There's no real food in margarine. He said, if you want to be a millionaire, he said, the first lesson you have to learn is value. Learn what value means. I thought that was pretty cool. I don't think that as humans we're supposed to eat things that are not food and things that are almost plastic anyway. 59. I always turn the 59s over just to see if any chance that it's a wheat. 82. Because back in the 1980s, some guy, I think, where was it? Texas, something like that. They found one 1959 wheat penny. And I was like, if there's one, maybe there's two. I'd be worth a lot of money. This is like the 9th roll in the second half, and I finally come to wheat penny number 5. I do think I'm well on my way to getting my 3 pounds of copper, but the Wheaties aren't doing great in this box. But hopefully I'll still get a few more. I am a Kroger shopper because I've got my Kroger card, and my wife gets, what is it called? It's the online coupon thing, and she watches that real close, and I usually do the shopping, and she clicks on everything, and I get a lot of points for gas discounts. If you go on Fridays, you get like 4x the points. I've frequently gotten $1 a gallon off at the gas pump just because of the points. Anyway, they have a section. I think it's called Last Chance. Foods and different things that are like out of date or whatever reason. They just want to dump them. They put them over there, and they usually have really good prices. Hey. Wheatie number 6. 1945. Cool. Anyway, I always check that section. And this time I got this candy bar for 88 cents. It's a big bar. And you can see the size of my hand. It was big. It was really good. Me and my wife shared it. In fact, I got a couple of them. But I look on the inside. They not only give you the candy bar, but they even have a poem. This one's from Serenade by Aubrey de Vere. Softly, O midnight hours, move softly, or I won't read all of it. Anyway, that was kind of fun. Oh, that sticker right there. Let me show you. I look for this red and yellow sticker all around the store for when they're closing stuff out. Like, sometimes I'll go back in the bacon section and I'll see this sticker on a particular brand of bacon, and it's way marked down, and I'll buy every pack of it and freeze it. And like, I've got packs and packs of bacon. I got packs and packs of sausage that I got so cheap. And I look for the different meats and stuff. I have got so much meat in the freezer because of this sticker right here. Highly recommend it. I've done well by that. In fact, we had breakfast for dinner tonight. My wife got out some eggs and a pack of that discounted sausage links this time. I got, so many packs of sausage links with maple syrup in it. Oh, it's so good. Well, there we have Wheatie number 7. Still got like a dozen rows to go. We could still get it. 1952. That one doesn't look right. Huh. Does that one look right to you? I'm going to have to investigate this. Something does not look right about that. Yeah, we'll have to check into that. So, when I picked up my halves last Thursday, the lady that I order from every week, she said that sometimes people will order stuff and not come in, and she hates it when they do that. And I said, well, I don't do that to you. Let me weigh that. I said I usually let you know if I'm going out of town. She says, yeah, you've been real good. Well, I placed my order, and then the next thing I find out is next Thursday I'm going to be out of town. And so Friday, I try to call her. Oh, that was an 82. What am I doing? And they won't answer their phone. So I tried Monday several times. No answer. Tried this morning a couple of times. No answer. I'm like, unbelievable. So I drive all the way over there to tell her that I'm not going to be here Thursday to pick them up. I didn't know, what we would do about it, but I just wanted her to know. I didn't want to be that guy that orders and then don't show up. And she's not there today, of course. So most of all the people in there that know me anyway. And so I talked to one of the ladies and explained to her that I'm going to be out of town. I said, will they be in Wednesday? I said, I might pick them up Wednesday. And she said, well, they'll probably be in Wednesday afternoon. She said, but honestly, if you come in Monday, it won't be a problem. I said, well, that's cool. I said, that's probably what I'll do. I said, I just didn't want to order it and then not show up. She goes, don't worry about it. No big deal. I'm like, well, that's good. Okay, so I thought I might try to get over there tomorrow, but I'm not going to. Oh, Canadian. 1968. Very nice. It's like 7 of those, something like that. But anyway, I am going to pick up, while I'm out of town, 4 boxes of $50 in Champaign, Illinois. So hopefully I'll get something cool out of that. Here's a nice looking Canadian 12-sided, 1984. Glad to have it. Oh, this is my second 2009 Memorial. Both of them same design. Can't wait to see how much copper I get. I feel like it's doing really good. What, will I get 4 pounds? That'd be nice. Oh my goodness, folks, look at this. I love finding these. King George VI. What year we got? 1943. Man, that's cool. So cool. My hesitation there was I was just checking my list to see if it's one I need for my book. It's not, but I sure do enjoy finding these. Man, 1943. That is so cool. I love these. Nice. We put it on the King George slot right there. I got them for all the slots there. Plus I got one in the foreign. Now let's see if a wheat penny will come out of this roll. 83, let's weigh it. Do we ever get tired of that? Probably. When I'm going through these and I'm silent, I take those moments to speed it up 2x speed and play a little music. It just works for me. Moment of silent meditation. Okay. Oh, it sounded so terrible. Zinc. Do you ever find zinc pennies metal detecting? They have holes in them and the sides are wet or gone. Oh, they're terrible. With 4 rows to go, here is Wheatie number 8, 1940. Number 8. I told you earlier I used to do the storage auction thing. I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but along with getting cool stuff, you got a lot of not cool stuff. I know there was several times I'd bring bigger boxes home and you'd be going through them and a mouse. Oh, number 9. Number 9. Number 9. Number 9. Cool. Maybe I'll get the 10 even. But I would get the box home and go through it, and the mice would run out of it. Oh, it's disgusting. And I couldn't tell you how many jars or 2-liter bottles of urine we got because they were like living in the units for a while or something. Ugh. That kind of stuff is just gross. But I did get a lot of really cool stuff over the years too. 1 roll to go. And here's another Canadian copper, 1981. We're almost done. I can't wait to see how much I've got in copper. I think it's really good. I've had at least 2 rolls. I know I've had 2 rolls that had 18 copper pennies in it. Okay, here's the last roll. Let's go through it together, see if we get our number 10. I have 9 wheat pennies. Hoping for one more. That'd be cool. Alright, here's a question for you. Do you like northern cornbread or southern cornbread? The northern cornbread is sweet, and the southern cornbread is definitely not sweet. In fact, I like my southern cornbread with lots of jalapenos in it. I am definitely, hey, you invite me to your house and you serve me sweet cornbread, I'll eat it. And I'll be happy with it. But I prefer the southern cornbread myself. But to my wife's dismay, I have a confession to make. When it comes to grits, I prefer it sweet. Ain't that terrible? You ain't never supposed to put sweetener in grits. You're supposed to put salt and butter. And that's what I had tonight. I made my wife happy. And I put butter and salt in my grits. But I prefer it sweet. Oh, I grew up eating oatmeal and cream of wheat and things like that. And, and you put sweetener in it. Another 59. I'm just used to that, but I probably should get used to the salt because it makes her happy to see me eat it southern. I'll eat just about anything you put in front of me. But there's an 82. I was in Jamaica, and I ate most everything they fixed. But they fixed me a dish. It was called saltfish. Oh, man. I couldn't eat it. It was so bad. Have you ever been to a lake and there's a bunch of dead fish up on the bank getting rotten? That's what it smelled like. Literally smelled like that. And I apologized. I said, I can't eat it. And they said, it's okay, miss. I said, it's okay, brother. That's it. I got a couple of 82s up here that I got away and put it in today's copper. And we're going to weigh that and see. I think I might have 4 pounds. That would be cool. Okay, here we go for the weigh-in. Today's copper. Oh, I didn't get it. I thought sure I would. Oh, well. 3 pounds and 11 plus ounces is not bad. Not bad at all. I got 9 Wheaties. I missed it by 1, but I got a bunch of Canadian, and I got a King George. That was fun. That definitely made up for the extra Wheatie I didn't get for sure. Love to get the King George Canadians. Okay, let's call it a night. It's 11:40 p.m. and it's time for me to go to bed. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you'll catch me after I pick up these 4 boxes of halves and see if I get any good silver or anything else in there. Good night.